I came across an interesting story that's been circulating for many years now. This story seems to resonate with many people. I'd like to share this story with you now. The title is Nails in a Fence, author unknown. There once was a little boy who had a very bad temper. One day, after an angry outburst, his father gave him a bag of nails and told him that every time he lost his temper, he must hammer a nail into the back of the fence. The first day, the boy had driven 37 nails into the fence. Over the next few weeks, as he learned to control his anger, the number of nails hammered daily gradually dwindled down. He discovered it was easier to control his temper than to drive those nails into the fence. Finally, the day came when the boy didn't lose his temper at all. He told his father about it, and the father suggested that the boy now pull out one nail for each day that he was able to hold his temper. The days passed, and the young boy was finally able to tell his father that all the nails were gone, removed from the fence. The father took his son by the hand and led him to the fence. He said, "You have done well, my son, but look at the holes in the fence. The fence will never be the same. When you say things in anger, they leave a scar, just like the nails have in this fence. You can put a knife in a man and draw it out. It won't matter how many times you say, 'I'm sorry.' The wound is still there." The little boy then understood how powerful his words were. He looked up at his father and said, "I hope you can forgive me, Father, for the holes I put in you." "Of course I can," said the father. And the story concludes with this final thought, and I quote, "Forgiveness comes easy for many people, but the scars made in the past, they never go away." End quote. Interesting story. Now, there's certainly no denying the powerful impact of words. However, this story only holds true for me if I considered myself to be a fence. See, I believe nothing in this lifetime is permanent, including hurtful words. Words can only scar us if we allow it, if we believe it to be true. See, I believe a person's hurtful words are a direct reflection of who they are and where they are in their own unique journey. It's all about them and their perspective. So for me, it simply makes no sense to take it personally, even if their intention was personal. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "People do not seem to realize that their opinion of the world is also a confession of character." End quote. In other words, how we speak is always reflective of who we are. It's all about us. And what's interesting to know is the meaning we attach to words are also reflective of who we are. For example, the word happiness. Many people perceive a difference between the word happiness and joy, with happiness getting the short end of the stick. It is believed that joy is cultivated internally, whereas happiness is derived externally. It is believed to be connected to codependency, and it's conditional on an outcome. As a result, this belief creates a fear of being happy. See, I believe being happy is always a choice, and the difference between the two words is purely based on perception. In other words, we get to decide the meaning. And how we choose to perceive the word happiness comes from having a deep understanding of who we believe we are and what we believe we deserve. Now, what about the word hope? What does this word mean to you? What about the word different? What about the word karma? What does this word mean to you? How a word affects us is directly connected to our perception. And in the case of a hurtful word, if we believe it to be true. And so choosing to be scarred by another person's hurtful words only confirms their narrative of who they believe we are in their journey. See, as long as we're in human form, we will all experience hurtful words from time to time. It's unavoidable. So it's important that we accept this experience as part of the human journey and learn how to navigate through it unscarred. Now, of course, this is easier said than done. There's no denying the power of words. It has the ability to change a life. But here's what I believe. No one has the power to scar our soul without our permission. We're all created to be more resilient than offense. At the end of the day, I believe words are designed to play a powerful role in our transformation process. It's up to us to decide how we can use their powerful energy to empower us. And I believe one of the ways we can achieve this is through music. Nothing evokes emotion more easily than a song with meaningful lyrics. Music has been used for centuries to heal the mind, body, and spirit. And when we choose to sing along to a meaningful song, we're able to harness the healing power of the lyrics. See, the words we choose to say, whether it's through singing or simply speaking, carries powerful energy as it utilizes our throat chakra, one of the most powerful chakras we have. In my very first video, I talk about recording my own voice, verbalizing my internal thoughts in order to help me to analyze decisions I've made for myself. And I have found this exercise to be very powerful in helping me to reconcile my karma. See, I believe what we say carries energy, which then becomes our karma. And so what this means for me is that when someone speaks to us in hurtful ways, it becomes their karma. And if we choose to believe the hurtful words, it then becomes our karma. In other words, the decision is always ours. we're never a victim. And if we choose to let words leave a scar, let it be words that make us feel empowered. Let it be words that help us to feel calm, regardless of what's happening externally. Let it be words that inspire us to continue taking guided action. Words that help us to continue to trust in a higher power. Words that help us to continue to trust in the process of life. I have a quote I'd like to share with you. This quote is by Don Miguel Ruiz. Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. Well, this is all I have for today. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you have any questions or you'd simply like to connect, feel free to do so through my personal email. I've listed it in the description below. Until we meet again, be safe and make sure to keep paying attention to your karma. It's our greatest teacher.